We walked out of the movie theater, still jumpy and giggling nervously from the horror show. Especially me. Because now I had to drive home. I'd gotten my license less than a week ago, and this would be my first time driving in the dark. Knowing this, my friends were merciless. First they dragged me to the horror movie, now they were calling out advice. Make sure you stay away from anyone called Jason. Don't go into cornfields, they called to me. I finally threw a peace sign and pretended to be brave while I walked to my car. To say that I was anxious was an understatement. I lived in the country and there were 20 minutes of dark, curving roads through the forest ahead of me. Still, the first 10 minutes of the drive went smoothly. I started to relax and enjoy the quiet roads and beautiful moonlight. There were no other cars and the landscape was serene. Then something on the side of the road caught my eye. At first it was nothing but a dark shadow, but I could tell that it was moving. I immediately thought of deer and slowed down. I crept forward, keeping my eye on the creature. Then the animal stepped onto the road in front of me. The pointed ears and long muzzle were canine. And it was huge. So big that my brain almost insisted that it really had to be a deer. It stood in the middle of the road, its head lowered, looking at my car. The headlights glinted off the eyes, making them eerily glow. It was blocking most of the road, so I was forced to come to a stop. The animal was so tall its shoulders were even with the hood of my car. It stared through the windshield at me in a creepily intense way. I swallowed and reminded myself that it was probably blinded by the headlights. It had to be a wolf, I thought. It was too big to be a dog. Instead of moving off the road into the ditch, the animal strolled to my car, casually sniffing at the hood and tires, then moving to the passenger side. It was tall enough to look directly in the passenger window at me. I felt safe in my car, but looking the animal in the eyes was unsettling. Its eyes weren't big and expressive, like dog eyes were. They were yellow, very intelligent, and creepy somehow. "What are you?" "The big bad wolf," I asked, hearing my voice waver and crack a little. At the sound of it, the canine jumped up, its paws landing against the window with force. Bam! The car shook a little, and there was a screeching sound of nails sliding across glass. I jumped. The lunge had been aggressive. Now the animal stood there, its paws planted firmly, so tall on its hind legs that it had to angle its head down to see me. It licked its lips. I revved the engine hoping to scare it. The canine studied me, slowly blinked those yellow eyes, then jumped down and, I kid you not, tried to open the car door. I heard the teeth on the door handle, heard the handle lift and then thump back down. If my car didn't have the safety feature where it automatically locked all the doors while the car was running and in gear, the door would have opened. "Hey!" I yelled. And the thing jumped against the window again. Bam! The car shook. It glared at me, its expression terrifying. It was hungry and I was the only meat in my car. Then the animal dropped to all fours. I lost sight of it as it moved toward the back of my car. Suddenly I was very aware that my car windows were mere glass. I put the car in drive and started rolling forward, my heart lurching as I caught sight of the thing in my rearview mirror. It had been coming around to my side of the car. The look on its face caused sweat to break out all over my body. I slammed the accelerator down and screeched out of there, nearly losing control of the car. In the rear view, I watched the thing stand up on its hind legs, like a human, like a freaking human, and watch me drive away. For the next few minutes, I was confident that I'd seen a Dogman. A few minutes after that, I was laughing at myself and my overactive imagination. No more horror movies for me. One encounter with a, probably, normal wolf had me terrified for my life. Either way, weird, huge, canine creature, I hope that we never, ever meet again.